Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our time together today. So glad that you could join us. Well, it's about 2 weeks until Turkey Day. Now, I'm sure many of you are really getting ready for the Thanksgiving season. The weather's turning colder and the leaves are falling. And it's hard to believe that it's just 2 more weeks until Thanksgiving. Wow. I hope that you really have a great Thanksgiving. And remember what Thanksgiving is all about. It's the times that we reflect on the times that we are being thankful for things that we have, because we have so many things to be thankful for. Well, I have a book that I'm going to read today, and the title is A Plump and Perky Turkey. Now, what do you know about turkeys? Now, of course, I have a ceramic type or a metal type turkey here because, of course, turkey is something that we usually eat during Thanksgiving. That's something that we usually have on our dinner table is a perky turkey. Now, what do you know about turkeys? Now, the turkeys that we have for Thanksgiving are mostly turkeys that are grown on turkey farms, and they're raised in these big houses, these big turkey houses, and they come to the farmers as little baby chicks. Now, the ones that are domesticated turkeys are white. Okay, they're white in color. Now, when we first started using turkeys are also wild. In fact, we have turkeys right here in our community or in our county, sometimes out in the woods that you see the wild turkeys. Now, that's something you may have your parents or grandparents that may go hunting, and they may bring home a wild turkey. Now, the wild turkeys are sort of a grayish and brownish color with kind of a little flicks of blue and other colors in them. They're really beautiful, but they're out in the wild. But as I said, the ones that you usually buy at the grocery store are domesticated turkeys, and they are normally white. Now, believe it or not, but they can grow to be about 45 pounds. That's a pretty big turkey, isn't it? Because they are really big. Well, but they're grown, and then they come to the chicken houses or the turkey houses that they have enclosed just for them, and the farmers check on them several times a day to make sure they have plenty of food and water, and they grow bigger and bigger, and then they come to our dinner table. They're shipped off and come to our dinner table to become our turkey dinner. Well, anyway, so that's where the turkey comes from. Now, back in Pilgrim times, the turkeys were usually hunted out in the wild, and that's when they started becoming famous for turkey at Thanksgiving is the turkeys. Well, why don't we get started and read our book? Now, today, I'm not actually doing a craft. We're going to do a cooking activity, okay? So after I read the book, I've got a cooking activity that you might be interested in doing, okay? All right, let me move this out of the way so we can see the book. And this is titled A Plump and Perky Turkey. I'm sure you want a plump and perky turkey Thanksgiving Day, don't you? One thing I can tell you is the white turkeys that they grow in the houses, they have more white meat on them. They have a bigger breast, and the breast are what a lot of people like is the white meat, and makes it very good. The turkey sandwiches, all kinds of things. The people in Squawk Valley were downhearted and depressed. Thanksgiving was approaching, but without a special guest. They couldn't find a turkey for the feast they planned to eat. It looked like they'd be making do with bowls of shredded wheat. Yeah. Can you imagine eating shredded wheat for turkey dinner? I can't. A plump and perky turkey's what we need, they all agreed. But finding turkeys nowadays is very hard indeed. The birds have gotten smarter, and they all seem quite aware that it's best to disappear when autumn leaves are in the air. A plump and perky turkey, stomachs rumbled at the thought. But how to trick a turkey into jumping into a pot? Hmm. Then Ebenezer Breezer had a thought in his head. If we can't find a turkey, let's have one find us instead. We could hold an arts and craft fair, he declared, with a wink and a grin. A fair with one grand turkey prize. That's all of us could win. All right, so he's come up with an idea of trying to find a turkey. Let's see what his idea is. And since our goal is turkey, it's the theme we'll take to heart. We'll fill our fair with folks and fun and tons of turkey art. We'll make turkeys out of spuds. The spuds are potatoes, okay? And out of clay and rope. We'll make turkeys out of oatmeal, cut out of paper, out of soap. We'll hang a bunch of posters in the forest way down low to invite some turkey candidates to model for our show. Why, when turkeys understand, as everybody knows, you can't make turkey art without a turkey there to pose. The people in Squawk Valley had the poster jamboree. They plastered their creations upon every single tree. Oh, look there, all in the forest, they put up wanted poster signs, want a turkey to model. Now, it happened in Squawk Valley. Lived a turkey known as Pete. He was cocky, he was clever, and he really liked to eat. While he strutted through the forest, plump and plump and perky through the pines, he was startled and intrigued by all those interesting signs. With a proud and loud gobble, he gave out a hearty cry. A plump and perky turkey? Well, I'm sure I qualify. Pete applied for the position, and he strutted plump and proud. He could hardly wait to model for the large and eager crowd. You're hired, shouted Beezer, for the folks had all agreed that Pete, the perky turkey, was the answer to their need. 'Twas the week before Thanksgiving when Pete posted to be the part, and the artsy, crafty townsfolk started making turkey art. They made turkeys out of spuds, out of clay, out of rope. They made turkeys out of oatmeal, out of paper, out of soap. Thanksgiving Day, the artwork's done. They asked the model down to judge their homemade turkeys and to pick the best in town. Now, when the judging's over, Breezer whispered with a smile, we'll tuck that model turkey in the oven for a while. Let's see if Pete's gonna catch on. Pete judged each and every piece of artwork as the hungry crowd all cheered. He stopped to take a closer look, and then he disappeared. You see him anywhere? Look at all those turkey models. You think he's there somewhere? There were turkeys made of spuds. There were turkeys made of rope. There were turkeys made of paper. There were turkeys made of soap. The room was full of turkeys in a wall-to-wall collage. For a clever bird like Pete, it was a perfect camouflage. Do you see him anywhere? That's him right there. He's well hidden, isn't he? He's over here, old Breezer said. He's here, said Jacob Green. They searched amongst the turkeys, but their bird had fled the scene. A note in turkey squall they found, half hidden on the lawn. Goodbye, I took my modeling fee. The oatmeal turkey was gone. Think he ate that? The people in Squawk Valley were left feeling rather blue. The only turkeys left in town appeared too hard to chew. Oh, well, said Breezer brightly, as they gathered round to eat. Right now, at least, I'm thankful that we still have shredded wheat. What are the turkeys doing? They're on vacation, aren't they? How about that? They were smart turkeys, weren't they? Damn. All right, so the plump and perky turkey. He was pretty clever, wasn't he? He learned to disappear during Thanksgiving. Yeah. All right. I have a recipe that we're going to do today, and this is so easy. It's really good. And it's called pumpkin pie in a bag. There's no baking, so you don't have to have a hot oven. Now, normally at Thanksgiving, we have turkey, we have pumpkin pie, and it's usually baked in the oven. Well, we're not baking ours today. We're making ours in a bag, so it's less messy, and it's really pretty good. All right, well, let's get started. All right, let me get my recipe. Now, we're going to post this recipe on our website, okay? And it's called Pumpkin Pie in a Bag, okay? And the ingredients that we need a can of pumpkin, okay? So we need a can of pumpkin, and we need 2 boxes of instant pudding mix, right? We need some milk, and we actually need 2 2/3 cups of milk. We need ground cinnamon. We need ginger, and we need graham crackers. And then we also need a bag to mix it in, okay? So what we're going to do, first of all, I've got some graham crackers here. I've got some graham crackers in a bag. And what I'm going to do is, this is going to be our crust. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to crunch it up, okay? I'm going to beat it, make it into crumbs. Okay? That's what we'll do. Take it and see, it's no mess because it's in a bag. Okay? Take it. And I'm going to feed it and make it into crumbs. Okay. Crush it. You can roll something over it like a can or a rolling pin, or you can just take like I do and squeeze it. All right, so that's the first thing that I'm going to do is I made my crumbs that will actually be the crust of our pumpkin pie. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bag, and the instructions say that what I want to do is I want to combine my milk and my pudding in the bag. Now, I've already pre-measured my milk. My milk is in there, and I'm going to go ahead, I think, and put my pudding in first. I got 2 packages of instant vanilla pudding. Okay, it's instant vanilla pudding, and I will pour it in the bag. Okay, One. Other one. I'm going to pour it in the bag. So that's 2 packages of instant vanilla pudding in there. Okay. Now, as I said, this is 2 cups and 2/3 of milk that I'm going to take, and I've already measured it, so I'm just going to take it and pour it in on the pudding. I don't try to spill it. Okay. Now, whoo, it went from white and turned yellow. How about that? Now, we'll seal this bag up really good so it doesn't spill out. Okay. Sealing it up really good. Make sure it's closed so it doesn't seal out. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to mix it like that. Oh, make sure all that powder is mixed like that. And what I call kneading it. Okay. Take, knead it, and make sure all that pudding mix is turned to liquid here. Okay. Mix it good. Okay. I'm not make a mess. All right, I think I got that. Okay, so that's my pudding. Now, the next thing I want to do is after I've done that for about a minute, you want to kind of mix that up for about a minute. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my pumpkin. Now, I have a can, and this is a 15-ounce can of just pumpkin, 100% pumpkin. Okay, you have to be real careful about the lid. Let Mama take the lid off for you, okay? All right. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to spoon it in here. Okay? Open my bag. And I'm going to spoon my pumpkin in here. Okay. I should have got a bigger spoon. We make do with this. Yeah. Good pumpkin. And remember we talked one day about how nutritious pumpkin is? Pumpkin grows. It can be different sizes. It grows in a garden. Remember how it's got a lot of good nutrition, vitamins in it. It's good for you. Okay. It smells good. It smells real good. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, got my pumpkin in there. Okay. Now, the next thing I need to put is my spices. Okay. So there's my pumpkin in there. All right, the next thing is I've got my ground cinnamon. Now, we use cinnamon as a spice, and cinnamon we got in pies and a lot of things, and it's really good. It's very good to use. And what we're going to use is we're going to put, let me see, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. All right, let me get my measuring cups here, my measuring spoons, and we're going to take 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to look. Get over here. I'm going to find 1 teaspoon. There's my teaspoon. Okay. Take the top off that. 1 level of teaspoon. Okay. And I'm going to sprinkle it there. Okay. So that's my ground cinnamon. And then the next thing I want is 1/2 of a teaspoon. So we take 1/2 of a teaspoon of ginger. And this is ground ginger. This is another spice, okay? That's good on at Thanksgiving. We put it in a lot of different kinds of food, okay? Right, and that in there. All right, so we've got everything that we're supposed to put in there. And that wasn't too many ingredients, was it? Pudding, milk, pumpkin, ginger, and cinnamon. Now comes the fun part. Make sure that it's totally zipped up so it doesn't spill out. And again, we're going to need to take some of the air out. Squeeze some of the air out so it gets better. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, all right, we're going to need it. Now, we'll mix it all together. This is fun. Taking it and mixing it all together. Do this about 2 minutes. Okay. It's all mixed. Let's see. And I couldn't. Wow. Get it all mixed. Said this is something that requires no baking. Pretty good. Get it all mixed together. You know, that's sometimes why we have beaters and mixers to help mix things. But we're just doing this by hand. Yeah. Right? Like we've about got it all mixed. A lot of liquid in there. Yeah. I think we about got it. Now, so we've got our pumpkin pie in a bag. We've got it all mixed together. So, are you ready for us to try it? Miss Rebecca's sitting here nodding her head. She's ready to try. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes, Miss Rebecca. Looks like it's pretty well mixed up. All right, now what we're going to do is I've got some fancy cups here. We're going to take these fancy cups like this. We're going to take some of our graham crackers. And we're going to take some graham crackers. And you know, I meant to put my gloves on. I got to do that. I had to wash my hands ahead of time. And remember, all that stuff was in the bag anyways. There we go. Let's put the gloves on. There we go. Now, all right, and we're going to take some of the graham crackers and we'll spoon some of these in the bottom of our cup like that to make a crust. Okay. All right. And some of our graham cracker. All right. Now we got to get this put in there. You know how we're going to do it? This is what we're going to do. So this is all sealed in the bag like this. We're going to take a corner of our bag and squeeze that out and kind of clear it. I'm going to cut just a snippet of the corner off. And I'm going to squeeze. And then some whipped cream. All right. Take some Cool Whip. If you got some of that squirt kind, that works even better. Okay. Let me get I'm going to put some Cool Whip there. Okay. Cool Whip there. Ah, how about that? Wasn't that easy? And wasn't that fun? Yeah, they didn't take very many ingredients. And that's something that you can do with your mama's help. And it teaches you measurement by using measuring spoons and measuring cups. And there's no cooking involved. It's just mixing it all up and doing it in the bag. So that's a pretty simple recipe, isn't it? And it is really good. Miss Rebecca, you some? We're going to try it and see. We're Pretty good, isn't it, Miss Rebecca?
That is so good, Miss Shari. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we are so glad that you could join us today. As I said, we're going to post this on our website so that you can do this at home, okay? And I think that your family would enjoy it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week. And we'll continue doing Thanksgiving next week, or 1 week before Thanksgiving. Bye. Have a good week.